Alright, I'm seeing my movie be aquaba. Now I'm from Mega TV, efficacy eso. And then ukopim our parliament, and that is a massive jubilation. In fact, a massive jubilation and a course of honor. Nina ni say, Yera John Dramani Mahama Ebo a governs Agboza as Minister for Agric Designate. And now Yenu be man as ya papaya di na Haruna Iddrisu as Education Minister Designate. And then eno movetin e course. Now here the fans are Yera Haruna Iddrisu enyae in Parliament. And then the support and conform babon and mufri tamale about 7 buses. I'll mufri tamale a best support for na team who say Urano a panimu Urano a nipamua sebi I'll be then or be boyduma amagana mine any ye NDC amayukuni na unim yabe koni kwa kuti say discussion no bra ya mame ajako na ma ajako ezi ejapoma wana ejapoma ewo Accra FM oni listowo kwajupuku omotena se eni yewra ewra no mienu nso ka ho na wo hwe how discussion isi koso utim se na very vibrant very excellent na muwie no eno mo dive into obuase incident ni se ne eno the order of the day and so on the trending issues. Now how the argument goes actually na hit list to so ntiase say soldier for no mutimi sene to gu timamufo so ampa me sa de no ntiase and me yan so because sometimes all the emotions attach bibia nya sa uka say discipline na ubeku nipa sebi ti semboa enti yenko na yeko hwesa video no must so be subscribe na like idwodi na wa share na foforo nya biahwe bomodi na den fa comment tum like idwodi na mame na share na foforo nya biahwe fa credit na ma Accra FM 100.5 what you say omo eno boboa ya yenso yen second say video we ebi abusua quick one minche ho yenko na yenko ti nsem no emfa brai koba me na kai na ebeto aso yakopo ehihia obibia
afrimu efa DC ntiarina me frase also because of that in discussion now and starting na
Michia etefo senior list of Michia una wama siono shasientam because minyantia say we call Parliament House to assist Haruna Iddrisu to your beloved brother and friend Haruna Iddrisu. He's our senior month brother from the north.
Oh, okay.
Obuasi Minyantia say about 4 or 5 buses from the north. Yes,
you
to
said
come
4 or 5.
Yes, bus.
7 buses.
Okay, that's
7 buses from northern region.
Yes, specifically Tamale.
Hey,
yeah, to come and support the former leader, the only Gangdu. When him say bo obi Gangdu in Dagbani means Srunku Nipa unique person. Gangdu, yes.
Gangdu. Okay.
Yeah, like it's something that
Aduna is a Gandu.
Yeah, Aduna is a Gandu. You knew Bia to say or no.
Okay.
What they say in his constituency and Tamale at large, there's none like him. And Dudwana Betiasie and also witness the fact say baby a okopie no. Say also krana uniaji yetihano. Say hey, we love you. The entire house no cry questions no so
the minority side we love
you questions just say only and there's no sector of this economy Haruna would no kwa on excel he or your beer onim governance or your beer what check in the area of parliamentary services and the rest no. Nti say he would be loved across section of parliament. Nti enu de eyam nwanwa. But yenko obuase. Me hu pictures no. Me hura ho. me wura ho pictures bi mu wo kura mantime anhwe because I ask myself several types of questions are na ewo mitrimu. One, nia okowuye no, whose interest wenti na okowuye, dienti na okowuye, we nyina na esi kosi ewu, yebesi okosi esi, because yeti ekurum ha de bia ye bo hundowo, de bia ye ka ho asam, de bia ye to amanfo fo say galamse ya dia ha o mind Ghana. So let's do all that we could so that na subeti for the larger interest. Nana me amiti hoyi say woman me land say kotu galamse. I don't know how to start it. Me nimsa na me shasi. And it is not my fault. Ahimfuna omuwo honum sono. To a large extent, senior, usha duduona na mawe etasi. This kind of clashes ni galamsea ekokoso sa nchamono. Eya dia, if you don't take care, the insecurity nature of sa particular area no ebe ginsem. Sure. To the extent that you would go and hire hoodlums and hire criminals and hire omu free different area from Obuasi and Tamano. And una say there's so much insecurity in the country, for that matter, Obuasi enclave. I am happy that the national security and then the military was able to intervene at the right time. Anka enko sifi, the way and manner the people were slaughtered, the way and manner the clash na sana na ekono. Anka niaye hui would have been a different matter altogether. But we need peace. Nia ebano abawi.
But Haruna, any say you're fighting against galamsey, this illegal mining. Any say land no, obi a land angry good for omo trespass in omo use that illegal means no di area. But as a military, mo dina baby mo guide baby. Na nkrofo abuawrem. No mo surrender. Akoto patch wabunkoto patch on. E was say mudi tu egu wo mo so.
You see, you were in a state of uncertainty. Say, near obedi boneno. As a military, so only military training now. When they want to capture, it's a strategy. You don't know who is coming. Owo omwa who capture omuchi. You don't know the motivation behind ania no no. But there's nothing that would prevent anybody, so long as your life is threatened, not to attack. I'm not justifying ya omuye no. I'm not at all. But to the extent they say someone would invade, senior to say what you feel, and then all of a sudden my boy room, and then I raise my hands, say fachame, bro, anka unyami ube kumi. So all of this issue has to do with the impunity level at which omutu galamsey and then the politicians behind those are omuchichetni ahimfo. So all this thing will get to be resolved when near odi assassino emma sa galamsey fo when the person is called to answer questions. Anglo God Ashanti etisa area no ena mini unina nim, for only God knows the number of years are omo home. So to identify that particular place as near there's that huge deposits for which reason yebeko eko to galamsey illegally, that alone is a crime. It's a crime. So whatever the police or the military did, can never amount to a criminal activity. Therefore, we should call them to book. Let's look at how a manner those are no omukoho eko disa boneno nia no omu pewo honum, because it's a trespassing. What interest that they have, as a matter of fact, let's look at it holistically. So if today, for example, the Zongo 7 na eko omu ewo ahwen kwanta, can you justify that killing? Because today we are making this reference because at the time they were not at the sites. They were at Ahyan Kwanta area going home, and then they followed them and killed them. Today, whatever happens at the site, where could someone be attacked at the same time? You would be exchanging fire. You surrendered. Yes, probably if you had done it at the time I would surrender. As for bullet, the trigger, once we trigger it, you can call it. What trigger? So as for me, I stand by any actor a bit more preventing the environment, bringing back the green nature of and then how Anglo Gold operates. I have had business with Anglo Gold over the years. Onya, if you go to Anglo Gold Ashanti in Obuasi, your baby your friend Kumachu. It's a red flag zone. Kumachu is a red flag zone. So to be able to invade that particular or trespass to that end, is serious. So Nana, I would not justify killing. But sometimes, what interest will drive you to go and kill yourself? Omu omu da hono dudu na wo yiri omu ma, and you just go and die kosewu, and then leaving this family in this particular state. But what would you say? You need to be driven by certain motivations. Your family, for that matter. So Nana, I would not justify, but I would also make sure, say, what is right is done at the right time, and nobody would say, the military didn't do well. The military, yes, would have an account to say, but so they have, look, when you go, somebody will write your story for you. Then that somebody will be there to write your story for you. Maybe it might not be accurate, but your story will be told at the wrong time. See, this should serve as a guide. We have seen areas in this country where under Anana Akufo-Addo, okay, where tax, but military,
soldier for na Haruna. Soldier for na mo ho no no said you mo ka no enya first time nya second time nya third time mo call o mo ta call enche mo de aba say land ni ya Anglo Gold dia but land o ma yeso adwuma o ma gya to ho ya o mo nkwa. So these small scale miners say illegal miners no o mo koso o mo kwa bi o ha ye che o mo nkrofo ni bi then ya do ma stand trial prosecute o mo ya remand bi no. So what changed? Said this time around there.
You see,
I disagree
with Haruna, but I want to wait.
Major Sulemana, Major Mahama. What happened to his body? To the extent that if you could see, say, this person is like this, and you refuse to admit him, and to even admit why will tell you, say, everybody is wild and the area is a security zone. Me, I'm not justifying a senior, but the point I'm making is, say, let's find a way of discouraging that. Because even say that land is leased to me for 100 years, I still own it until the 100 years, then I'll release it. What do you want there? It doesn't matter whether you normally go there. So, now can say, obi mu kura na e di omo court, then they remand them. Why are they keep doing that? Anke eyadia eye, why do they remind them? Nti edia enye, don't go there. It's bad. Let's find a way of discouraging such activities, no. Say and if people do not die for Mother Ghana, Anka Minu, we will not have this freedom to even be expressing. So people should die to serve as deterrents. People should die to make sure, say, whatever you want to do, you must do it responsibly. But whatever would happen, I can't sit here to justify near SC or Honum, but a time. So it should serve as deterrence. Nana.
Okay, Nana could be more.
If we enraba miraho papa miraho because my dream say Sebi Andrew say oh my Ghana ye bema Sebi ye bambo sem aye tan said ye million masoja for a year wo boasena na say we are say nyansa esombo eche ne oma nyina na penfosi obi funkum a obi mfumu nwa say nipa ya kom ho asemu yi ya omuni hoyi penfo abube bi se efunu di fo sanse efunu ni anu a odi be yi ne ho anu Sebi enti ye ka asem na ne aka ne agufunu so na ebia na menu Haruna on shed anti asem ni mu yie na odwen se nipa na so den keke ena akoja ne wu enye aso den keke enyina ye to mamu ena nyankopon achen agudie ewo yasase asase na nyame ebo yen ba yen o my Ghana mu no yen yedia ana mpanifuo bi kakraa bi omo ene mrofo bi edi nkita ho ena yen yasase no omo de ama emrofo bi se omo enkotu asase ni mu agudie na omukotuo no o my Ghana yenya mu ohamu nchichemu enum 5% mpo yenya omutu nso a omu na kire de omu anya na omu a kire de omu betua ana edu ba bia ensem sei ba e wo se yenya abotre pa na ye kan se ne tie na fata se ne be ya ye betimi de periperi yo aboama on my way ne nkanko ene ne mpuntuo aye krabehwe so ye Ghana ni na imagine say akwasi broni bi fra mano ne aba so obetu gold na gold na obetuo no otu no okrom akwan a omonye bibia wo boase bia kire say oboase sebi enkoye so ko to say takwa go fields o ma yere wo bebre wo ho a wo betimi do sa kire so say go face ayewe contrary to the ekoso wo boase enti sa na sabi uye soja ni enye say wo free amanone ebi ayese America fo soja fo na ebi a omo bo campaign no eho ban uye Ghana fo unia Ghana sabi okope bibia bedi enye say sabi o Anglo Gold for mo your friend is saying mo amena mu tumu gold no daddy omo friend daddy underground we underground no enye ho no maba eye ade a alluvial mining and surface mining omumu de no your surface mining
Galamsey.
Galamsey for the
surface mining, yes.
We a large scale. We
yes,
quite deep. And alluvia. Alluvia is in the water.
Sorry. It's in the water. Yeah.
So, what it is that Omono Omo echo breaki into that space hono. Obi enu obeba bejina radio so aka say omo ya ade pa.
Da.
Never.
Da.
Tina me see obi fum kumu a. Obi fum nyane enwa. Ade a soldier for na ye ne ye amon ho e wo se ye twoma so. Sa abai way and twen soldier for na so a. Look, the street will mobilize and meet them squarely. Because one Jimmy,
you need to justify Nientina. We should meet them squarely.
Yes, you have to meet them squarely. Okobo obi ega padia ho ban. Oni pakwa ye wan. Yeah, all too good.
Okay.
I'm no good for me wan.
Na aban
land.
Yes, na aban mo.
Illegal.
Yes, illegal.
Yes, aban no ya adwen. Me no ya adwen.
Okay.
Tie. Me no ya adwen.
Yeah.
Gold na o tu no. Any assassin no. Enu ni nipa no. Ho na ne hu hia.
That don't justify. Justify way me.
You are justifying why obi mo obi true.
Debi. Dey me patch.
Maybe they also me justify.
Debi senior me ba.
No, what who say so jani? Eba si me abo obi true ku no.
Wasi ufie. Ena ma babo ro ufie.
Yes.
Say me ba fa wo japade.
Yes.
Na obi ku a na wo say you japade no na wo nkwa. Ne oniame ku ya no. Which one is the best?
What's you dying?
It is different. I am interest.
What of fatigue? What's you dying?
Because they pay royalties.
Royalties?
Yes, they pay.
Haruna,
yes.
Don't let us go there.
Yes.
How much royalties do they pay?
Whether it is 10 or 20, they pay royalties. Anna.
No, how much royalties do they pay?
Royalties and
and I'm saying, how much is that money?
Haruna, assassin. Ye chama mo concession ye chama mo. Ma ye so adwuma assassin da ho. Ma firi honom.
For how many?
Assassin da ho.
For how many years are you more?
Yeah. Omo ye justify say. Omo edim Russia wo mu nsemu. E trespass ye call angry good for land so.
So omo call ya na ye hia kuku.
And do be unjustify. But osha reports and then eyewitness account ya eba. Maybe dem hu say mu soldier for na mo guide that place no. Mu wo ho no mo for a paper for a reason.
Omo say onu pa
for ba ya no.
Commander no omo say commander no enya ye finish say call. Na call na onya ye no. And lead to the killing of the about 9 or 15.
What's your best sexy wuye because guy na ye ne kasa no or confirm not.
How do you misbehave like this?
Even as at the time.
No, why do you have to justify so that for makokum nipa?
Omu jano kwa na mu shoot.
I'm not justifying.
No, you are no nipa no.
If it's a clash,
nipa no mo na omo say, so that for na omo say. And conform no a shootout no. Where is the evidence?
Well, against your evidence.
Against the evidence that Omuna also say. Muku omunko for no. Obviously no munko you. So show the evidence of a 200 crore.
That's the evidence.
Show evidence.
That's the evidence against Nia Omu.
Because it makes no sense.
There be
it makes no sense.
Somebody will write your story for you. Somebody will write a story for you.
Sense.
What do I say? Because for me, as I sit here,
you see,
whatever the military know, it is not just.
By the time I'm done,
but say,
apologize.
Evasion not happen
to the bereaved family.
But Haruna, at least
you will apologize to the bereaved.
No, sir,
because you see, may bo obi asase ho ban o too good. Hwan akwasi broni bi a wono waba meme mamu ena o tua royalties enti me soja ni a me ye Ghana ni me bo le japade me pacho me ba no me try to let you understand it's the reality.
Foreigners have the right.
It's the reality. I'm not being on the side of anybody, but I'm speaking the reality,
which is that
the truth.
Foreigners. Therefore, they don't.
Are they not foreigners?
So they don't have rights.
So you want to mean that the foreigner has a right over the Ghanaian?
No.
This is not to justify that.
Haruna, listen well. There are conversation coming in John. Foreigner. On funny 2 minutes beje land.
And also does not take away the foreigner aspect.
No.
And a medical team so say. No. Ghana from penny phobia.
There are other
Ghana from penny phobia. The entire a free die Kufado can say or per se Uchagalam Simu. A quite small scale miners no. I raised the voice and said everything mining in this country should be halted. Because say Obama Bronia too. Na me bibini me koda de na me mpre. Nyansa bia nim. Tell me the nyansa ewo mu. Say me am ya Ghana ni no. Wo say me ntimi nkotu gold. Na broni de o metu nko. Normal royalties are less 5%. What sense does it make? Are you supporting the status quo? Say ya the papa. Say broni metu gold. Alpha gold na nko ni krom. Anko bra. Over 90% no, 95% of anko. Now we be bini na Nyankopon nim nyansa onu di gold ni bia ukrom no. Wo de men to bi. Ya kwaka wo say ya the papa say odi pakọ wa anfa etu na besi ukon so. Pani bi na ni ato kese na omu die. Eti wo say nipa na omu from no, omu hu say pani na oye sa no oye nipa boni ni. I'm not being specific. I know the American.
You see,
and it is not the first time. Yeah, conform call. It should tell you, say, wherever there is agitation, anytime you see agitation, see the agitators as the right in society. Because
even if they are wrong,
they could not be wrong.
But
nobody wakes up to agitate for
the probability is high.
The probability says obey wrong,
is high.
A nil.
People rise against certain decisions of government. It doesn't make sense.
They are not for the people.
No, but say one because say people are immune to development. People are immune to certain development. Why? Until Anka
it is not true. And go do mutu or Ghana hano. Yeah. If I can say now, Munomo use kum yen. Eche dia galam say for you.
Oh, but
na any Ghana. And maybe Ankaso Boasianka, Yankaso Boasianka lady.
Meba.
Yes. I'm for the cancer and kidney disease to be brew.
But so yeah, nyina so eje to mo say near galamsey for almost a year.
I don't know we are proud to discuss galamsey. Say now the papa. But me so me be discussing bronies on no snake more than your papa. And you over so called defend brony. I don't brony.
Yeah, just
defend
brony by his action. No. Asama or me test you. Who so work as a but me kasa
Haruna me say my list over in kasa.
No, because asama Haruna kaya no. Na semebufuo ba man kasa. The reason is that hwe obi fumokum me nkasa nipa no omokoye sa ade no. Emrantie na yakum omo no. Me nkasa they were right.
Yes.
Me nkasa
any dey obi and justify say.
But sabi my amfumso. Ebi kwa ma ye niamon ho a enye. Bia maye baako maye mienu maye bia empredu da bia me ba wo tia me wo de mra tia me manko e wo se wo hu se bibi wo ho a se bi enka yie enti no adan ye nsi hu nkonya na ye nto ato adwen na ye mpe se bi ne puma sibria ne ye hu se ade we ya ekoso yi e bia ye ni se ya ebeboa Sebi. Oko Anglo Gold, your friends, Missy Newmont. Go feel, sir. Baby, o my year, Juma, Chemua, o my free horror. Over the Amataka boys, no more 2 galam say. Omukonso Munyabi. What would you also for the animal and watch your fence at Chang? Esia. Now, who said you all were Babbe trouble in Timpum? Just how the dear, medium the dear. Ete ya de boni na Anglo Gold for omo edit e krone so no. Ada ɛna go face for the ɔmo hu nyansa sɛ aha yɛ tu bi ɛna yɛ gya hɔ ɛna shaft na da hɔ ɛna ɔmo kom okɔ takɔ a yɛfrɛ baabi shaft ɛm sɛ hɔ no kora yɛ ekuro kura mi refi ne din yɛ ka sɛ yɛ obo so bi bɛ text abrɛ ɛda hɔ yɛ boys no we say duka ɛna ɛde sign ko si hɔ sɛ ɔyɛ community mining wɔ hɔ ɔboa wo na ɔtudi ɛna boys no say abanfo fra bɛyi yɛsi akɔ pam ɔmo kora ma ɛm sɛ baako kora wakɔti kokoniwa tapa mɔmɔ because ɔmo afiri hɔ
mayɛ matu de mu betu awie
dem betu wɔ hɔ matu awie
land no ma sɛ na awie
ɛna boys no so no sɛbi ɛkɔm ɔya ɛkɔm na ɛyɛ wɔ ɛnyɛ sɛ sɛbi we bi kɔpɛ bibi ɛbɛdi no ɛno na we ne ɛde yɛ mfa to ho no ɛne me bɛyɛ den ne nam ɛnyɛ nipa no sɛbi wɔte wɔ na bia na so ɔden bi na ebi a wɔkɔpɛ bibi ɛbɛdi kɛkɛ na dabi ɛyɛ ade a ahomete na dabi na gold bɛn na wɔ wiasim gold bɛn na kyɛ ɛso mbo kyɛ nipa nkwa ya wo soja ni wakɔdi nkwasi asɛm we ni ɛbɛka wo sɛ soja ni yɛ right nti wo kɔbɔ broni ade ho ban na soja ni no ha na kra na ma ne kwan sɛ ho na ma ne that authority sɛ obetumi akɔ interior security ɛyɛ ho na ɛyɛ sɛ wo per security ama na bɔ gold mine ho ban a ade na akɔfa soja ni na dwuma yɛ territorial ɛyɛ interior etom kɔpɛ de wɔ hɔ soja ni wɔ mo yɛ fɛ ne sɛ ɔnyɛ interior job wɔyɛ territorial yɛ fɛ ne sɛ ɔboase ɛhɔ yɛ territorial enti ɛwɔ sɛ yɛtwa sojafoɔ no so ebi anka wo dan ɛkwasi asɛm paa na sojafoɔ no adie no kwasi asɛm paa na sojafoɔ sɛbi mete yɛ kora deɛ ɛmaa ne twa me nsoro mu ne sɛ nipa no kora ne yɛ sɛ ɔma bu nkotodwe sɛ
ɔmo paakyɛw ɔmo dwane nyina na mo de tuo ne gu
ɔmo aseɛ na wo sojani obi dwane yɛbɔ n'akyi tuo hwan ne kyerɛ ɔsa sojani sɛ sojani immediately abɛhu sɛ obi apagya ne nsa no na nti wokɔ peacekeeping kɔyɛ dɛn UN ɛfrɛ mu sɛ mummra peacekeeping a yɛka kyerɛ mu sɛ obi ɛdane n'akyi sei ɛde ma wo a yɛmmɔ n'akyi tuo woyɛ sojani na bɔ obi akyi tuo a you have to be court martialed akwasa sɛm na mu die no obi a wadane n'akyi na kyɛ sɛ adeɛ no a ɔyɛ no wagyae ɛne ɔkɔ wabɔ mo akyi tuo asane tuo pradada na obi a wapagya ne nsa sɛbi wakɔ akɔkye me meyɛ bɔne wo sɛ ɛnyɛ hansap na woka na mama me hansap nso so ɛno so yɛbom tuo media me ogidie sɛ John Mahama.
What say na eyade o ma plan ato so mbekum.
Yes, because that call now, yes, the commander and receive you know. They should make sure they investigate the subject matter. It must not just end there. Sure. Aso da fo die nyambra sem wo Ghana hanoma ya jai omo in this democracy ya hwe ye bedru baby no Ghana for will pick hands in their hands and fight them. Akosa sem no mu die no. Hwe de omo koye no asa na mra bi etwam no. Bidonya me say omuti na ye so ye soja ni na yan suma o baby na koye onu ama boni na say civilians ko che wo a eni ko say wo ko fa wunu an soja for say yen ko ho ne yen ko kontokwa foko na fa say wo ne fa su anyansa what must say mo be say fa na obo so bi se soja tare ko no na baby a innocently no na ama for ko attack no anya the training na uko soja yade mawo no anya wo body ni training no ye training wa adwen enti soja ni ana adwen mu oha no eni kwa se mo ma na ye part of you ye training wa adwen e wo se wa adwen ni nya hoden anya wo body enti sa emranti a akufo do apagya omo e de omo kogu soja mu ankwase asem kwa no mu di we wo be kom no na sa akofo mu nyina akufo do ne fa omo adwuma kwase afo nkwa soja ni obi apagya ne house maboni tuo obi adane na chius maboni tuo we ye soja ni Haruna me nuanu bebre wo soja mu
nana
I will condemn them any day any time when they are wrong
senior baba
because they are wrong
senior mama ka asemi won
they are wrong.
Let's look at the justification. Sure.
There is no justification for Sakokum Nipa.
Meba, very good.
There's no justification.
Killing of human being.
Yes.
Dear. No one would admit say Ukumobia eye. Nobody. That's 1. 2. No one would also say we invade you obi property. Dear. Meba. 1. Say ube ko obi property. There is this that we will write, say a reserved place, and now do not trespass.
Yes, no trespass.
What you say? Now, yambisa omuano omuko sa field no assassin no. When obetima say assassin ya media.
Omunka sa.
Meba. That's why I am coming. Omu amuko honum no. Omu ankasa nim say bebi a meko no enye me assassin so na meko. It is illegal. Now so aswodinti omuko honum. So now, are you saying baby sana omubo honum no? It is right. And now the killings is what you are condemning. That's 1. 2. Whatever would happen no. Meba. We see near omuye no to the extent say you are justifying that assassinat Angle Gold is minding on no, because Enam so said it is of no benefit to Obuasi mine.
Yes.
Therefore, no, it is right for anybody to enter that illegal.
I haven't said so.
That's what you are assuming.
No,
that's what you are
about it.
You are saying, say.
No,
you are justifying, say. You are offering you
have
now for so bia nimnu dia. Oh. We signed agreement with them
yesterday. No one condemn say a kwanya mu fa some trespass yom ko.
No one is justifying that.
Standing here can say
the killings.
So Jenny, yes, the killings.
It's wrong.
Haruna, you have not changed your.
I won't justify the entry. No, it is non-justifiable. Some catch us say.
The entry will be justified.
Yes, it's wrong. Young person, if we are abrogating our contract, Obuasi me since 2000 now. Me shall say Obuasi Angle Goda. And I have had series of complaints about Mia Mankasa. The Juma na mi wohonum eye. To the extent say you will see people who does not have any reason to come and stop you. And I'm so say mimi ahaya mimi kro. O man ye mindy, they would illegally stop you and extort money from you. So say ekosua. Definitely, even to the extent say omwa security. Then yam bisa say why do you have to even hire the services of military? It means the threats of Obuasi Angle Gold Ashanti is on the high, and that is why you can employ anybody's services to protect your life. Yes.
Okay.
Not to cut in. You see, when I made it say, we are Bruni, Waba, who you with you, man. Ghana in Abetono. They are never. And I may cite go face for go face for no Omutu Yano, no Mujaho, no say. A crew man and soon go to be. You see the wisdom. And so much had the many actually baby from Mutu. They are working. A crew man is so called Munyaka Crano Mabidi. Now what you say, baby, I want to a real. Yes, baby, I want to a real. Baby, I want to a real. What's the what's what called Jose Umubianco?
For a reason.
For what reason?
Solo Pacho Brema.
More parliament.
Oh, Debbie, because I now Mumbai into your parliament. Because now I said, Obura Hani Aqua Parliament. Parliament because not coming
Parliament or more, and also Mujai, because of whom is a question. It is of no use. Yeah. Yenya, bet you to say, we love you, in Semura, but you want to move in. Hey, there's a groma in serious. Anyway, match will be actually to a chair. Mohammed, Narama, wasn't that Galamsey as Lebuku to be?
Well, almost some patch, according to one Crawford back, they saw that confirm
Galamsey Bako.
One more Muda confirm.
Allah, I'm for Sosinum Kutadi. No, you see, no, because me make argument there,
okay,
and I agree entirely with Mohammed.
Yes.
You see, me matter of what's that.
okay.
Sang of one echo, no more go to go to the benefit of what's one as on one. So policy wise, you know, say Omano when a Jimmy Fuebedi and Munaya, bro. Say Papa Penny to me Cotonou assign mining contract lease or ne Anglo good or say abro for 95% to go Ghana me for 5%. A whole was Wobufuko.
Yes.
Enya broni so.
Any broni no. Dabi, this one never be chopa.
No, but do you remember I mentioned that we don't even get up to 5%?
Absolutely.
And what did I blame?
So the government that should be there.
I want to make answer say government because your government be bad.
Yes, but did you cannot see it here? You can't blame Anglo good. Okay? Mama can be bincho. Sa minus for that muti omo. I'm telling you it's never true.
It's not.
Omo kwa omo ko tututu. Asema bentina na asoja for.
Omo bua omo because no me do omo kwa face.
Wo obi agalam, wo tira galamse side down.
I'm telling you.
Wo tira galamse side. Wo ne galamse se nante down.
Na me dey make for hu omo na no.
So ordinance pine na beko. Eh now who will sika.
So let me ask you one question. Solo. Good no enye said that ho na akwa no akofa
o kwa asase ase
ukubrem
yes
na wo kɔ no ukura tu
yes
se wo kɔto abosoja ni
yes
na soja ni na wu
yes
na owu a na watimi akɔ na obekɔ beba no na employ
dabi di omo ye ni eye gang ejira soja for state said it persist ye kwa ye omo amo guide mo top
Se oni ho na make am.
ale wo mo asase ase de etu eniti o se bebie sika obi ayeja eniti gam omo over power mo a na kwikro mo tunyoma na bese yako now soja ni bie no na dwene mu da wa
soja ni bi ho
o se de
Ai. Bebre.
hwɛ ɔboase wɔ am kase matra ɔboase wɔ da hwɛ bi wɔ kɔ ɔmo fa gatem ɔmo awiawie mu a gata wo mfa mu da no na ɔmo akɔ yi gold no ɔmo yi ɔmo de akɔ nti sɛ yɛ tackle sɛ ɔman no yɛ mining leases na nya yɛ na sɛ obi agya padeɛ paa de obɛwura mu no meme support.
No one is supporting that.
Enti ɔma yɛ money
na obi funkuma ye fun
soja for na me soja for na sɛ na me de yɛ adwuma me de soja for no say omu wura mu na nyoma miensa a onipa no kan na ma me gi soja for kra di onipa no say omu wura mu no esan sɛ na omu kotu agudie ni nti no omu de chisel omu de your friend is knives and ye the go to tuo de nka ho soja for no boss chisel knives pump action eka ho. So it tells you say omu say bonia problem aba no ana omu yi tuo na firim asoja for ye nua na omu soja for bi wo ho no mo a me nua no bi wo ho mo obo ase omo brief mu heavily so I don't have any emotions for the SC no omo ye mistake go mu wi I'm telling you soja ni wu a he maso mahama okoye so okoye friendly fire ya nkuro the njira obo ase okoye so okoye negotiation eligible fe ni agro me ma ye institutions ni nya wiki me ma ni nya wiki
Not allow this.
sa obi ekodi nsem hu ho a na so be tretuo soja ni
me question ba kwa
busame senior busame
adena asoja for
yes
na ebo awlogo robai
eno tie ye tuwe ubetua kofa soja ni abebo ho ban wo motua ka
Yes, asaba.
o motua campaign no na de bianko foko ye ewurem kofa gold anglo gold ntoko esisi ho no in the 90s, in the 2000s, a bua confrontation.
I remember those times.
Yes.
Me kai se galamse yes for ibi. E fa angle go em sa me na omo tumu e mo amen ko mu ko si bi.
Me say, enioma ekoso no. Enioma ekoso sa obuase wo no. People have no idea.
Haruna has nailed it. I see even James and soldier food.
So kase, enuti ade na esie no. Ye besere. Your minds, no, and the one name with your
but so no, be so dear, who blame NDC, say, Omona.
I have a lot of videos such as NDC furniture Mkutupa. Let me tell you, see, and then you man Yani Becca. And then they shouldn't provoke some of us because of what's me, your bosses here. And to trust some more people are taking advantage of the mere fact a change of government. The moment to be president, that is it. The president is the president of Ghana. And you're the president of a political party. Make me show the women organizer. I was in the video. Walk as I said, but you want to call us as I go didi. Oba boy rango go do. Aqua didi. Why? because we NDC. Why must we allow that? My friend, this impunity must stop.
But only say one lady be NDC ni. Now catch him say blame me NDC for mo and no more parliamentary candidates because of message in the campaign no more yet.
You say a lot of
and I back power, be mama ko.
They say no more don't worry, and no more
blame me so because of change of government then
yeah, and no more blame. I don't think I'm so blame soldier for no you have to be extra careful. A soldier for many interest be o. Obi kwahwe apa me nua kwaku mensa ono when all come out for way yeah my soldier for that a week and to me I was one of them that criticized or was it west or east secretary confrontation with the soldier. Don't let the state be weak. Yeah my soldier for a week I'm telling you that you be you won't have any soldier to defend you.
Much as I agree with you,
yes,
my next question is
yes
soldier for
yes
adiomu yeah nipa wapiganisa.
I know you reported. I deal with the state institution report. Ghana forces issue state.
We have.
But Ghana forces Diana Ujidi.
No.
Victims no.
Who is that victim? Kronfo no na minko tie no.
Omo no so dia no mo kan.
Dabi o kronfo no na wo pese minko tie.
Kronfo a ye chi.
Minko tie kronfo no. What are you talking about? Say obi a wo no what you mean aye bold afu kwakodi di asase ase we si no no about the conversation say bin tie na asem mama tie Ghana forces na what we a what to da obi engogro makachi nkotu dwo what is the Ghana forces for no so je ni bia ko bi obo ase what is obi ko bi obo ase we must call a spade and not a big spoon
trespass
stop trespass we be yese mu de to na che na gas crash dem a mo be bo ru so magyako it must not be tolerated. Me free say we have an opportunity to right the wrongs of yesterday. And it to open it says some John Okasana Buafu. Because me papa ye Anglo go do a mine engineer. Or what was a chief executive? You didn't know it. I didn't know it. What for is why we are there be my long speeches. I bring a show my Ghana Nisa, who be the big guy in Obuasia, who make me Jiramonaso, I'm not mine, you know. I be look at the point. You're too Anglo good, no. Now go for class over to be able to $1 or two vocawante. Ya young man in more than 100 years. Ya twenya Ghana grant to me and come one and go for mine. Where your man, ye brown? Where your man? Yes, a question, Bruni, a ba. No, the Sika Beshim, na John Voy, no Muji. And so that is an issue we must tackle. And I was thinking, say, a benya opportunity. Do I didn't call last and natural resources? Somebody in the air. Someone like Dr. Tony Obi. He is a very experienced miner. This is the time you need such people to go in there and implement pragmatic policies. By the end, and this I'm maybe the water there. Yen comedy doesn't mean a comedy me. No matter time to no boy Roby, there's some good. And our bank it doesn't work like that. Say ye Yahu. Yen yet to a maybe call me took one as a man on it, because you brought Janua. That's what mommy contract for. Who is a member? Na me o ma ba 2x4 foi abaha na say ya sign your life dia mom unti kroma ya discover lithium ya sign out like that unti kroma so ye penny for na die mu pese menkum nya mafu eno na ma ye breti se yakoto aba sa meburu na yakwa asase ase no that must be their clarion call also bubusa penny for say betuma wo a e die na obeya ma mesu betu nya man concession ni aye adwuma enyo obi a also abetua ne man concession ka now say dey yeah me go blame soldier ni na soldier ni so be bad obedi agro now life with that tenkroma finish him
hey
na me nua na onkom na me go sie e na no soldier ni ba ko bi call ka so a okoye mistake akwa na ekunu onye na onye nipa na ekunu ye tumi nya ni sa o ye tumi nya sa nchem kunu ro okrom a we have to be saying
kai who say we are in a state
obi akwatra bo so na governor to o me report
listo
bawie
mene munyina munya wow you see that is why we are saying oh institutions ahodoa e wo Ghana ha no obi ewo mu na oye ade na eyesinto a ye correct no as far as I know as far as I know. And for Corona or my wound.
I got 10 minutes.
A war and Yadiana was say your market here. Obianu awaka said the omoye any year. And Sir Impo Omo Ekosani Chiompo gu yenuanma soldier for swa. And Kanya dia sebi betina studio hanuma ball ma baso. Menyeda. But to the extent say soldier ni bi anyone ma wetimi the evidence of say and conform kura tutuo e ma ne kan ye.
Omo no exchange guns.
Because exchange of gun ayidie. E wo say wutimi kire yen say obi bo tuo no kura mpo no obi ti kokoniwa. What you say? Entino say on a normal day you be can say oh enkofo no my too aggressive and omu ko bu ban ne ne oma and nti asoja for you right say omu bo mu tuoku omu a enya de papa. You are encouraging adia impunity in the service and in the force.
Okay.
Last but not the least, metu ye nyina ayefu as Ghanaians say hooliganism and fa the papa bi ama and fa the papa bi ama we ni po ma hwe omo krai che say ebi mu ho krampa ye si ye nim ba bi omo free ade be che kura bi ana me kura me hu nipa wo mu ebi ana wo so hu nipa wo mu rather say ye be ma ebinum tirimu aye omo de enya soja fo nyina ne nyansa enye obi oye commander bia ade ye friend say dampare onye poison dampare ko oda so what you say entino mesre much as ye institutions no ya wo se ye bo ho ban no miscreants bibiri akowrem enu ntina me stress aban domu asuko me de omo ye na soldier for ne ye no kum nipa ba kum mienu miensa wo de kawane nyese bia ye kwa akwachi omo kra na bia etuo kra afa ho na soldier for am ye training mo eti ye training mo se mo de etuo nkwa na mo tutu kum nipa eti antinka soldier for ni ntimi nche omo.
Okay.
They could have done a lot of things.
Eti ni nyina ne se announcement ketua bia me ye free ho.
Okay.
Ye nuano a your friend is a MPP or my chance circulating criteria be a chese Yama Ira Lanchamantin appointment as acting director 24-hour economy. Any problem say on bear propaganda after all 7 money dinner ashata baby. But we say me chiro say opposition acquaintu a year 4 years acquaintu or my beto ye. Emu atete ni atepo no. Enya asem ketua o. And it is a Jimmy say and the best started the year. Omo betche papa opposition. Now me first question chia me.
All right, so that is it. Inti we in sema etimi akoso el honum na chese enye easy inti utie discussion now utum say listo we kwa jopoku eyeni ya and why too emotional say such thing no it happen here. And of course me meka so yes na de no muye no sebi enye anye bia no emrantie nipa ho sebi nipa nti a hemra nipa nti a hemra nipa ni ho a emrani ho nipa ni ho enti to the point say uni obi ye no be saranda no you have to know say nipa no what do the weakest point and answer nipa no uni any other choice bia and odi say dwuma no. The other choice remaining for that person now is to apologize. Ebasana I was so to bossy I will never be on how you take decisions. So it is really sad. Adofo, abusiafo, ejamfo, ama de mahwe mu de hie no yesere mo munya akoma sambe obi papa ko obi adamfo ko obi kunu ko obi nua ko obi akonta ko in fact obi busuani eko umai na ifanya suade na yinhwe hu se de na wiase no sebi mpeduasa nipa sika di nipa anima onhye dan dwini nipa ho no nua ho no too much we na suggest ye because of instruction any sika bi omodi amomo ene sika nipa ehwehwe nti no nipa any a sense of pity edmani nua always what looking for money and had no way and I say oni adwumbia say no the oni man say menye sika no and they don't know the way or how he or she will find it. So it is very, very pitiful. It is very, very pitiful and I am here a lot. Yes. So said the Nana Eja Poma Ekano host to Ekano. Sometimes politicians and so AEB. Ebi mo campaign mi hu kwakubu ahun se whoever in NDC okoshia galamsey fo bi no an ka che o se omo ba ombe mo motu ni free bi antake obi. You see ade na ye illegal enti no wo bi wa no na koka we che nipa na, then you are giving that person hope. You are giving that person hope. Nani pan so oni concession bia o yes odwuma. Enti no, what are you encouraging? You are encouraging so onko bi asase so. Onye crossover, on cross carpet, no onko yo obi asase a o yeden o yes odwuma na onfa nkutu galamsey, and it is wrong. And they be American in all these things, you know. Some of us, if you want the illiteracy level high, especially Ghana, the illiteracy level high. How are you sitting near mass simple? Too much. They say Mamia and the and pussy. I think say in the morning, Medini old you buy our ODD president to Mahamatem or in the name of say Wato bulletproof car. Obedi so nyanya 2 weeks. You see, illiteracy in Dawson. You have no evidence. You have no what evidence. Eya ke na nkofo ka na wati bi. Omofro no mu bisawo single handedly. Omofro say hey bra. Na be dem beche the reasons why. Ukasa say moya. What evidence do you have to what defend your argument? So sometimes it is really sad. Sayana and Kofobinum, they come out with certain things that into him mega me asema minim no ana asema enyamba bontin emubian ka se wedi enye ana obi enya evidence me. I will never come here and allege. And sometimes allege bin so we have the information. And any information beyond so na the better platform way so ebi honoma it's against our policy. Ebi so honoma in order to keep things down or to keep our integrity, protect our integrity and our image, we choose not to bring that evidence here. But we will talk. If somebody comes out to challenge, then we prove it. That is why we have court of law. Obiko for defamatory suitor. Then you have the evidence. You go prove yourself there. So let's try to Inti asem dia bom pusa to hwe Yewura Haruna Iddrisu as minister designator, and I think say by now we omowie vetting no inti sise we minister mu a, and I know say after the vetting committee no motena say o ye minister mu because owura wo hwe na bra no di NDC anim as a majority caucus as a minority leader no when he dwumadie how ɔyɛ nneɛma you could see say he is submissive to the party and the people he lead. Tamale Central, in the constituency, I know there very well. Although I quite want but he has been able to do something, those school and those staff, what you say. But Madam Koni constituency, Missy Haruna Iddrisu constituency, we didn't know, so to be found. But after all, what may be big, unlike the other MPs now, Modia, even Krum Okroka, Unko Haji, so Mukwe ye. Obi koni kuruma gise 6 match ya enche bai sa time no odebeko ni kurumo se nye election ya na se yento about just fresh like this na ye twabi in the middle 2 years after election bon mo koni kurum MP no onya ye ana akotena bruchiri akotena ye Kimpiski na akotena I don't want to mention this what you say. Omu eti Dubai ni de keka huji omoni, but they have forgotten say the reasons why amomonya diplomatic passport no eno ene yom ni constituency omo to aba no edi man no otimi gye omo ho na wakwotene baby ope na oginani. So I was say MPC no this time around bi ameka and I think some more Ghana for tie me pa. Say any MP bia wa mon homodin bia no monto obantia no don't check any say we be the constituency we so for so many years, so let's give him that and juma in the last elections pa me who say juma. That is why MPP for majority of them they lost their seats because no motite kunbia so keke omunye juma. What I say omotite kunbia so keke omunye juma. Adia was omuye no omunye den omunye, so me the pass Ghana for sebi yesua sa ade no so we MP now but na so na wonya ade ya na say wonya de wo say wo ya we have the right to what to vote against you, and I think that will help a lot if you continuously do that. Ebebo papa ebema all the politicians including the members of parliament, you know, their mind will work. Say oh chaladi with the man koyi bibi wo me constituency, election is just around the corner. Katie Hammond he thought say ono ani oga ena dansa so kwa afri ni nsa akwawe asante akin of ene afri ni nsa apia kubi. A lot of seats, prominent and traditional seats, ene kopio domiko abenya nidin kwale sen adwasafo eji ya na odi ye sebi mensem oji ya na odi ye TikTok videos no ene afri omunsa. So you can tell say ne when this for so a lot of traditional seater NDC MPP for no mukitam for so many years ukopie ngosunyen east and west ene say seat na MPP NDC for me need I think say omuwini ekradicate etwam 16 good years etwam what you say and the NDC for sa ukopie ngo Doma west and east even central no kra no omanse ajaka ho. Charlie, say people are what trying to grow in politics. People are now getting the political enclave, the political life no. And Kofasha say oh we no matter how what be this for so many years. We have to take you off from the system. Then yama the powerful forever. So that kind of posture Ghana for umenye honye ntwaso. Nti obibia mahama bebodi no, in fact President Mahama bebodi no, you need to work, you need to selfless leadership. Don't be greedy. Eno de eno na ama MPP for faili poto edidija eni se bi adwemboni eni se bi pese me kuminya enene ama motifia se bi omu esun kakra but oni hwan kusumu obi nti ayese wadi nsemani na papa na ama abo usuma ne babo ntia obesi age bro foforo enti MPP fo no musu kesi a Ghana fo ebehu sampa akoro no mo boy enti ebesi atu ati omu 2028 and do mo ye den kwa 2020 obesi na team opposition. That is how things are going to be. Etebusia Hanum your number one authentic channel Mega TV Guswa SM with the best of news ever adibia undiluted one. It also tea in sema efa Ghana yam politics we coach cobre maya. No one is obe subscribe no like it when no share na foforo enye bia hebe ka me ho bibia ntime cause me ma me che bafo United States of America ma me nyankopon hira ma me roye bi e UK nyankopon hira me ma me no bibia hwe Mega TV no I salute you abusua de ekoso ye ni pitire ma me fa wisi makra bye bye.